नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंदा. Rejuvenating text 21 and text 22 of chapter 1, the activities of Maharaj Priyavrat of 5th canto, the creative impetus of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 21. भगवान ती मनुना यथावदुप कल्पितापचितिः प्रियव्रत नारद योर विषमम भी समीक्ष माणयोरात्म समव स्थानं वान मनसं क्षयं व्यवहृतं प्रवर्तयन्न गमत. Lord Brahma was then worshipped by Manu, who respectfully satisfied him as well as he could. Priyavrat and Narad also looked upon Brahma with no tinges of resentment. Having engaged Priyavrat in accepting his father's request, Lord Brahma returned to his abode Satyalok, which is indescribable by the endeavor of mundane mind or words. Manu was certainly very satisfied that Lord Brahma had persuaded his son Priyavrat to accept the responsibility for ruling the universe. Priyavrat and Narad were also very satisfied. Although Brahma had forced Priyavrat to accept the management of worldly affairs, thus breaking his vow to remain brahmachari and completely engage in devotional service, Narad and Priyavrat did not look upon Brahma with resentment. Narad was not at all sorry that he had been frustrated in making Priyavrat a disciple. Both Priyavrat and Narad were exalted personalities who knew how to respect Lord Brahma. Therefore, instead of looking upon Brahma with resentment, they very feelingly offered him their respect. Lord Brahma then returned to his celestial abode known as Satyalok, which is described here as being impeccable and being unapproachable by words. It is stated in this verse that Lord Brahma returned to his residence, which is as important as his own personality. Lord Brahma is the creator of this universe and the most exalted personality within it. His lifetime is described in Bhagavad Gita 8.17. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyada brahmano viduha. The total duration of the 4 yugas is 43 lakh years, and when that is multiplied 1,000 times, it's equal 12 hours in the life of Brahma. Therefore, we factually cannot comprehend even 12 hours of Brahma's life, to say nothing of the 100 years that constitute his entire lifetime. How then can we understand his abode? The Vedic literature describes that in Satyalok there is no birth, death, old age and disease. In other words, since Satyalok is situated next to Brahmalok or the Brahma effulgence, it is almost as good as Vaikunthalok. Lord Brahma's abode is practically indescribable from our present status. Therefore, it has been addressed as Avan Manasa Gocharaha, or beyond the description of the words and the imagination of our minds. The Vedic literature thus describes the abode of Lord Brahma, Yada Vai Parardhyam Tada Uparameshtyam Na Yatra Shoka Na Jara Na Mrityura Nartira Na Choda Vegaha. In Satyalok, which is situated many millions and millions of years away, there is no lamentation, nor is there old age, death, anxiety, or the influence of enemies. Text 22. Manurapi pare naivam pratisandhita manorathaha sura rishi varanu matenatmajam khila dhara mandala sthiti guptaya asthaya swayam ti visham vishaya visha jalashaya shaya upararam. Swayambharu Manu, with the assistance of Lord Brahma, thus fulfilled his desires. With the permission of the great sage Narad, he delivered to his son the governmental responsibility for maintaining and protecting all the planets of the universe. He thus achieved relief from the most dangerous, poisonous ocean of material desires. Swayambhu Manu was practically hopeless because such a great personality as Narad was instructing his son Priyavrat not to accept household life. Now he was very pleased that Lord Brahma had interfered by inducing his son to accept the responsibility for looking after the government of the whole universe. From Bhagavad Gita, we get information that Vaivasvat Manu was the son of the sun god and that his son Maharaj Ikshvaku ruled this planet Earth. Swayambhuva Manu, however, appears to have been in charge of the entire universe and he entrusted to his son Maharaj Priyavrat the responsibility for maintaining and protecting all the planetary systems. Dhara Mandala means planet. This earth, for instance, is called Dhara Mandala. Akhila, however, means all or universal. It is therefore difficult to understand where Maharaj Priyavrat was situated, but from this literature, his position certainly appears greater than that of Vaivasvat Manu, for he was entrusted with all the planetary systems of the entire universe. Another significant statement is that Swayambhuva Manu took great satisfaction from abnegating the responsibility of ruling all the planetary systems of the universe. At present, politicians are very eager to take charge of the government and they engage their men in canvassing from door to door to get votes to win the post of president or a similar exalted office. On the contrary, however, herein we find that King Priyavrat had to be persuaded by Lord Brahma to accept the post of emperor of the entire universe. Similarly, his father Swayambhuva Manu felt relieved to entrust the universal government to his son Priyavrat. Thus, it is evident that the kings and executive heads of government in the Vedic age never accepted their positions for sense enjoyment. Such exalted kings, who were known as Rajarishis, ruled only to maintain and protect the kingdom for the welfare of the citizens. The history of Priyavrat and Swayambhuva Manu describes how exemplary, responsible monarchs perform the duties of government with disinterest, keeping themselves aloof from the contamination of material attachment. Material affairs have herein been compared to an ocean of poison. They have been described in a similar way by Srila Narottam Das Thakur in one of his songs. Sansara Vishanale Diya Nishi Hiya Jvale Juda Ite Na Kainu Upaya. My heart is always burning in the fire of material existence and I have made no provisions for getting out of it. Golokera Premadhana Hari Nama Sankirtana Ratina Janamila Kenataya. The only remedy is Hari Nam Sankirtana, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is imported from the spiritual world Golok Vrindavan. How unfortunate I am that I have no attraction for this. Manu wanted to seek shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, and therefore, when his son Priyavrat accepted responsibility of his worldly affairs, Manu was very relieved. That is the system of Vedic civilization. At the end of life, one must free himself from all worldly affairs and completely engage in the service of the Lord. The word Sura Rishi Varanu Maten is also significant. Manu entrusted to his son his government with the permission of the great saint Narad. This is particularly mentioned because although Narad wanted Priyavrat to become free from all material affairs, when Priyavrat took charge of the universe at the request of Lord Brahma and Manu, Narad was also very pleased. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.